nagsilbi sa House of Representatives at ngayon ay aplikante para sa Senado.
At yun nga po, sabi nyo 18 years at ngayon aplikante kayo sa Senado. Tumakbo na kayo kung noong 2022 pero kayo ay umatras. Bakit this time tumatakbo kayo muli sa pagkasenador?
Noon ay walang ganap na kahandaan. Kumbaga, hindi talaga maayos ang pagkakasimula sapagkat maraming factors na consider. Merong naiwan. Pero ngayon ay nasabi ko nga at sasabihin ko ulit, wala nang atrasan.
Sir, let me zoom in dun sa some particular points that you have raised. Many times reports na yung emphasis po ninyo ay transparency and accountability sa inyong pagkakao. Of course, among other things. Pero may special emphasis transparency. But pero po, at the same time, you're also noted for being very vocal in opposing investigation by your colleagues in Congress dun po sa kaso ni VP Sara. How do you reconcile po yung dalawa?
Did I oppose investigation on VP Sara?
If I recall, sir, you were saying this is the sole prerogative of COA and the Congress should not be encroaching.
Oh, that one because they were concentrating only on one office, which is the Vice President's office. And they were examining confidential funds. I thought that that was not right. Number one, because there are more than 400 offices and agencies of government. Which are beneficiaries of confidential funds. And like the Office of the Vice President, they were also notified by the Commission on Audit to submit something to probably qualify or even validate the utilization of public funds. So I told them, why are we doing this? Why are we supposed to isolate only one office among the more than 400 offices? People may not like this because it might be perceived as something which is too personal and political. That was the only issue.
I understand, sir. I get what you mean. But you were also, I remember also hearing you saying this is the prerogative of COA and Congress should not be encroaching. And I was wondering kasi, those are two different things. One is whether or not it's legal for Congress to audit or investigate, actually is a better word, the spending versus...
I made that clear because I said, the last time I checked, it is only the Commission on Audit which has the mandate and the authority to conduct examination and audit of public funds. It is never a province of the House of Representatives. Unless and until I said, you are able to tell me some of the legal basis why we are usurping that particular responsibility. And they would not debate with me. They could not even answer me.
So if I may say, just to follow up, kasi po, isn't it part of the oversight function of Congress to investigate the spending as well of agencies to which it has given money?
That's very good. You're good when you mentioned oversight. There are two things here. The oversight function of Congress, I believe, is in Section 22, Article 6 of the Philippine Constitution. The inquiry in aid of legislation is on Section 21. We're not supposed to mix up those things. Kung halimbawa, oversight lang ang pinag-uusapan, dapat ang concentrate muna kami sa Commission on Audit. Why is it that the Commission on Audit did not, wasn't able to prevent all these things? Because by oversight, sila yung nag-audit talaga eh. Hindi yung mag-concentrate ka sa OVP lamang. There are so many others. It's supposed to be called. That's oversight. Pero kung nag-iumbesting ka, kunwari, in aid of legislation, and then in the final analysis, there were no pieces of legislation that have been passed. Talagang lilitaw is only personal and politicking.
Sir, in the joint circular issued by DILG, COA, and DBM governing the use of IRF and CRF in confidential intelligence funds, it's also stated there na to strengthen accountabilities, and I'm quoting here, all heads of agencies which release confidential funds shall submit quarterly accomplishment reports on the use of CF every 15 days to the President, the Senate President, and the Speaker. And the agency shall report the specific detail of the corresponding expenditures by object in the accomplishment report. In other words, sir, it appears from the guidelines na kasama po sa trabaho ng Congress talaga yung pagbubusisi nung paggamit ng CF.
No, hindi ganoon yung lahat naman ng offices, lahat ng agencies kailangan talaga maging subject ng transparency and accountability. The problem is this, ang head ng agency na gagawa nito is the COA. At dapat malaman natin, in the case of the Office of the Vice President, ang umpisa pa lamang is audit observation memo. Okay? Audit observation memo is only an initial finding. Even if it will transition into what we call notice of disallowance. Even the notice of disallowance is contestable. It's appealable. It's assailable. Meaning to say, wala pang conclusive evidence that the Office of the Vice President has done this or that. They were still in the process of initially verifying all the records and all the papers connected with the utilization of public funds. And then here you are. The House of Representatives through the Committee on Good Government would assert, parang kinuha niya, you cannot usurp that. Yun ang aking sinabi. And the problem is this, when I raised that particular legal issue, I meant to debate with them, all of them. The problem, Ed, wala bang gusto mo ipag-debate? Guguluhin na lang nila. At nakita nyo lang pati kopya na ginagawa sa akin. Ayun ang ayaw ko naman. Congress is a deliberative body. It's a parliamentary institution. This is where you debate with one another and see which is the brightest idea. Because I think in the process, people will benefit. People will benefit. Wala naman eh. Sasabihin sa akin, noted. Eh, Mr. Anong klaseng, I'm raising a constitutional issue, sasabihin mo sa akin, noted. Tapos tatlo doon, guguluhin ako. Ito ba, the worst thing is, I was sumagot ng chairman, and then he will let one of them, who is not even a lawyer, na siya damang sasagot sa akin. I said, do not insult me. Do not insult me. Doon kami nagka-problema. I am open for transparency, for accountability. No one is exempted from that. But let's do it the right way.
Okay. One issue out of the way. May isa pa pong controversial na find with you recently. Yung sinabi niyo pong there's no such thing as a West Philippine Sea. Creation by us. By the Philippines. By the
The
Philippines.
problem is that ang dali nila kasing maggawa ng we should provide the context because otherwise baka maligaw na naman yung mga tao. The TRICOM called for a meeting, for a hearing. And this time, pinatawag yung mga vloggers. Apparently, lahat ng mga members ng Quadcom talagang galit na galit sa mga vloggers. They said so many things against them. Alam naman natin na yun. Anyway, I think, I'm not saying that this is the objective, but sa feeling ko parang they wanted to get even. Kasi nga, medyo masasakit naman talaga. Maski ako tinatamaan din, pero di na lang ako kumikibo. Merong nagsabi, one of the resource persons is the CICC. CICC is Cybercrime Investigation Coordinating Center. Kasi daw, yung mga vloggers, pati yung yung sigalutan natin sa West Philippine Sea is a subject of vlogs and whatever, vlogging, if that's the term. And then sabi nung executive director, I think he was right. He said, Mr. Chair, I think we have to empower our people. There's a great need to educate our people in this part of our world because even yung mga vlogger nagpo-consume na ano po yung ano natin, sabi niya gano'n. So, kasi they were talking about deepfakes, they were talking about fake news and so on. Sabi niya, if we can educate all our people, kahit na po maglagay sila ng fake news dyan, makikita kagad ng tao. Outrightly, makikita ng tao because they are educated. Kasi sabi ko, sir, I think I will support you. Totoo naman yan. But, the issues surrounding this troubled sea, baka hindi mo alam kung gaano complicated. We're not talking about our domestic law only. We're talking about public international law. So you think you can do this without the help of most, if not all, the agencies of government connected to this? I'm with you. For example, sabi ko, there is no such thing as West Philippine Sea because it's only a creation by us. What does that mean? Ed, when I said it's a creation by us, tayo lang nagkakalam. It all started with Administrative Order number 29. Tapos gumawa tayo ng batas that our exclusive economic zone, yun ang ating West Philippine Sea. There is nothing wrong in so far as we are concerned. Pero makikilala ba yung West Philippine Sea kung tayo-tayo lang? The subject matter is a worldwide dispute. Para natin, sabi ko sa kanila, hindi ko na-explain doon kasi nga nag-vlog na, so I'm explaining. Kapag explain niya tao ng several, sabi ko, kung hindi po natin palilista ang West Philippine Sea in the world body they call International Hydrographic Organization, ito po yung patalaan ng pandaigdigang mga dagat. Para kakaong gumawa ng isang kalye, sarili mo lang. Ewan, hindi mo man lang in-ordinate sa barangay o kaya sa munisipyo. Nung siya linggo po ako pumunta sa lugar na yun, nakasakay ng tricycle, wini-wish niya yung ginawa mong kaya, hindi niya makita because ikaw lang gumawa. Ito daw yung and then bigla na lang na gano'n yung isang Commodore. Kundi, traitor, can you imagine? O sabi ko,
Commodore J. Tarilo.
whatever is his name, sabi ko, he's a traitor. What he did is he disserviced our government. Oh my God. Sabi ko na nga pa, maraming hindi nakakaintindi talaga. So, ayun sa another example. Ma'am, you know the Merriam-Webster Dictionary. You know the Oxford Dictionary. Lalo siya, magaling sa English to yan. Bubuklatin mo, ma'am. Ma'am, yung letter T. Ikaw na naman naglagay, nilagay mo Tariela. Tapos sabi, Tariela refers to a person who jumps to conclusion without verifying facts. Do you think the Merriam-Webster and the Oxford Dictionary will accept it? Ikaw, masaya ka na ginawa mo yun. I don't think it will be considered. Ito yung sinasabi, sabi ko, we can defend this. This is EEZ. This is our own and we can defend this to the last drop of our blood. Pero, we can defend this without even becoming emotional.
Sige po. Kasi naging issue po ngayon yung West Philippine Sea, South China Sea issue dito sa election.
South China Sea.
Ano po yung magiging solusyon niyo kung sakasakali? Dahil nagkakaproblema nga yung mga fishermen natin, nagkakaproblema tayo ngayon, we're in conflict with China. Ano po, dahil magiging senador kayo, kung maging senador kayo, ano po yung mga pwede niyong i-introduce na posibleng solution to ease the tension?
Yan ang gusto kong tanong.
Kaya nga yung...
Kasi ayaw nilang mag-aral kasi. Yan ang sinasabi ni Educate. For example, I would like... Ano pangalan ng Commodore?
J. Tarilo.
No, his name.
J.
Why don't he, for example, begin with the UNCLOS? UNCLOS is UN Convention on the Law of the Sea. Yun ang nakakaalam talaga ng atin yung EEZ. Okay? Atin na meron tayong continental shelf, meron tayong territorial sea. Kasi, this is your baseline. 12 mile or nautical miles is territorial sea. Yung nakulong doon, that's internal sea. Then another 12 miles from that is your continental shelf. And 200 nautical miles is your EEZ. Ano ba yung sinasabi ng UNCLOS about the South China Sea? Siguro si Commodore Tariela gusto niyang basahin yung Article 123 of the UNCLOS. It describes the South China Sea as a semi-enclosed sea. What does it mean? If a body of water is a closed or semi-enclosed sea, all the coastal states has the obligation to coordinate in the exploration, exploitation, conservation, research, development, blah, 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 of that part of the globe. Why don't we start there? And China will understand that. Because it's UNCLOS, because it is a signatory to that document. Number two, ma'am, in the UNCLOS, kung gustong basahin, ay hindi UNCLOS, in the award that we got,
Arbitral ruling.
in the arbitral ruling, sino sa inyong tatlo nakabasa ng arbitral ruling?
Nag-entirely. Ako.
Ako hindi entirely. Pero binasa ko yung ano.
Ma'am Cheryl.
I mean, just part of it.
Kaya dapat lahat tayo should at least mag-invest ng panahon sana. Kahit konting-konti lang. It's a very long word. Under paragraph, I would say 805 to 810 basahin natin. Because doon sa bahagi na yun ng arbitral word, nakasulat doon, the Scarborough Shoal is a traditional fishing ground.
Yes, sir.
Oo nga.
So what does that mean?
No country has exclusive, yun ang pagkakaintindi ko.
Shared with
Yes, ma'am.
Shared everyone.
Yes, ma'am, because traditional fishing ground refers to a traditional fishing
Pero
ground.
hindi din po tayo pwedeng paalisin ng kahit sinong bansa. Yun ang problema ngayon kasi. Pumupunta doon ng China, pinaliguran siya, pinipigilan yung mga fishermen natin na pumasok
Kasi
sa
nga,
show.
hindi yun ang ginawa nating umpisa kasi. Sasabihin natin, umalis ka dyan, sabi ka ganyan. Ito kasi ang dapat nating kung ito'y traditional fishing right, let's talk about the traditional fishing right that applies to that region. Sinabi na lang ng award traditional fishing ground. Sabi niya, the Vietnamese, the Filipinos, and the Chinese have been traditional fishing in that area. Kinilala ng arbitral tribunal. Meron bang nag-start sa atin na, itong pag-usap, this is easier. Why? It does not concern territory. This is a private right. Pinag-uusapan lang natin dito, boss, is that private right. Even if it is a private right, it is a peremptory norm in public international law. Kilala ng China yan. Alam ng China yan. Because China and Vietnam had an agreement between what they can fish and what they cannot in the Gulf of Tonkin in the year 2000. Alam niya, pero tayo, sino ba nag-aaral? Sino ba nag-aaral? Hindi. In China, kalaban natin, hindi ganun. Alam niyo ba doon sa ating EEZ? In the middle of our EEZ na the Scarborough Shoal. Who is the one occupying the Scarborough Shoal? Today. China. Okay. Under public international law, the one occupying the future is the owner. And because Scarborough Shoal is an island, it is entitled to a 12-mile territorial sea.
Yes, sir, it's a rock.
No, it's a rock, but it's an island.
Well, no, sir. Not under sir.
Sinabi,
Sir, under UNCLOS, I'm not talking about the article word. UNCLOS requires for an island to be called an island, it has to be able to support habitation independently.
bakit? Yung nag-fire ba na pumunta doon? Tayo kasi yung nandun eh. Ang nangyari, 2012 yata yun, 2011. Bigla tayo umalis kasi nakialam mga Amerika, umalis na kayo dyan. Sinabi na ikaw ng ganito, napag-alis nyo because the mouth of that particular lagoon, maliit lang. So sabi ng nasabi ng United States, mauna na kayo at susunod ang China. Saan man lang yung ating secretary, yung ating ambassador by the time? Pwede ba isulat natin? Pirmahan tayo.
Nag-isa ka sa plak mo eh.
O, ano nangyari pag-alis na? Hindi na umalis na sabi, ba't kami alis? Ano kami bali? O sila ngayon.
Sir, baliwalin ka lang ni Anthony. Kasi nga we all agree what the article awards us about Scarborough Shoal. it is a traditional fishing grounds for at least three countries. But at the same time, at this point, we're effectively not allowed to even use that as a traditional fishing ground.
Kasi nga, nagkasakitan na ng nagkasakitan ng loob. Wala man lang nag-umpisa sana na huwag muna nating pag-usapan ng territory. Kasi alam naman natin, you ask the Department of Foreign Affairs, the exclusive economic zone, the continental shelf, these are maritime rights. But they are not part of our territory. Hindi territory yan. So maritime rights lang yan. Dapat sana nakipag-usap. Kasi gusto ng China, pwede ba tayong mag-usap? Ang problema, nakikialam ang Amerika. Ayaw naman ng Amerika yun. Sabi nga nung nakakausap kong taga-China when we were invited through a party list namin, sabi nung chairman ng International Committee, your most distant relative is no better than your closest friend. Sabi niya. He was referring to the United States, our distant relative. And he probably refers to themselves as our closest friend. Oh yes, sir. Sabi ko, we also subscribe to that saying. But there's another saying that we subscribe to. I don't know if you do. Which is, well, strong fences make good neighbors. Nakita ko kayo yung inyong malaking electronic billboard when we pass by the Tiananmen Square. It's a huge electronic billboard flashing several words: hospitality, friendship, amity, cooperation, blah, 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 blah. Why don't we use them as building materials to make that fence very strong for our two countries to make better friends?
Ano punto natin?
Puntahan na natin dahil mahaba na yung ating discussion sa ating aplikante. Napakarami nyo pong pwede pang ipaglaban. Pag kayo nakarating sa Senado, marami kayong pwedeng laruhin. Pero puntahan muna natin, balikan ko yung unang tanong ko. Kasi sabi nyo kanina, wala nang atrasan ko this time. But kung pupuntahan po natin yung mga surveys, at isang mga naging issue to sa SWS survey, ang sabi nyo po ay hindi sinasama ang inyong pangalan at ipapatawag nyo ito sa isang hearing. You're ranked 36 this time. Tingin nyo, kaya bang humabol? Kakayanin na umabot yung 36 sa 12?
Kasi hindi ako naniniwala na number 36 ako. Kasi when I used that example, it was true. I submitted to the TRICOM an instrument that they used in the third quarter of last year. That was September 2024. There were 40 names.
Survey naman.
Yes.
40 names. I was not there. Naglagay sila ng anim na, I would say, relatively unknown candidates. Meron naman ding anim na sobrang sikat pero hindi naman nagpahayag ng pagtakbo. Like Rodrigo Roa Duterte, Lenny Robredo, Ingo Chodoro, blah, blah, blah. But surprisingly, wala naman akong pangalan doon, Ed. Bakit nung i-submit nila yung result? I was number 36. How did that happen? So, paano akong maniniwala?
So, itutuloy nyo po yung house inquiry?
Pag kami, sabi ko ipatawag ninyo, kung nandun sila, halimbawa, bukas mag-attend ako, ay assuming na pinatawag nila. Kasi ito namang mga kasama ko, alam mo na, gusto lang gusto yung patawag, yung kalaban nila, yung maganda para sa kanila, hindi naman nila, at tingnan mo na lang yan, tinanong ko rin. Pasensya ka na. There was a huge rally on January 13. I think you know about that rally. I am part of that rally because I was one of the speakers. I spoke for about 1 hour. January 14 or the next day was supposed to be reported by the broadsides by Philippine Inquirer. Yung slogan niya. Yung slogan. Balanced news. Really speak. What the hell? I was not there. I was not even mentioned. It is as if I did not exist. There were 3 reporters who wrote that report. Andun ang pangalan because I kept a particular publication. With all due respect, ma'am. Philippine Star. what was this rule? Truth shall prevail. And there were 8 reporters who reported that particular incident. 8. So 8 plus 3, 11 reporters. Nobody saw me in the rally. Nobody heard me. Why? It is as if I did not exist. The Senate President who was not there, na nagbigay lang ng konting text message, he earned 8 paragraphs. Nothing more. And several politicians who were there were not invited, but they happened to be there. All their names were mentioned. But the guy who spoke for at least an hour and provided the context of that rally, I was not there. How do you call this? This is the media in this country. I meant it because I said, Mr. Chair, I want you to invite these 2 proceeds.
Oh, okay. So you made a motion to invite Star and Claire.
It was not a motion, I requested. Kasi hindi raw ako pwedeng mag-motion because I am not even a part. Hindi raw ako member. Pati yung tingnan mo I moved to cite in contempt yung isang vlogger na pinagsabi, nag-vlog siya. Sabi ko, may I ask you, sir, meron kang vlog dito, ikaw pala ay abogado. At sinasabi mo ngayon, you're even teaching in the Ateneo Law School. Ito po yung vlog mo. Huwag kayong maniwala sa pakulong at panlilin lang ni Marcoleta. Will you please tell me, sir, your basis ng aking panlilinlang? I wasn't able to say anything. Ikaw ka akong manlilinlang. Yung iba kaya hindi ako nagagalit. There are some basis maring nagkamali sa pag-interpret. Pinapatawad ko siya doon. Lagi yung isa nakita niya yung billboard namin dalawa ni Pastor Kim. Napagkamalan niya akong gumawa, ma'am. Ano sabi niya sa vlog? Tingnan mo kaya yung Marcoleta, walang kahihiyan yung tao na yun. Kinahihiyan na siya ng lahat ng Iglesia ni Cristo. Gusto mo siyang ipatiwalan. Akala mong gagawa siyang gano'n, isasama niya yung tao yan, na ganito't ganyan. Hindi man lang niya na-research eh. Hindi man ako gumawa nun eh. Bigla nga ako eh.
Ayun, i-clarify ko lang, we don't willfully censor anyone sa dyaryo namin. Kung nandun siya sa story, pagsasama-samahin yan eh. Yung lahat ng reporter na yun, pagsasama-samahin lahat ng story nila, ng isang editor,
Walang reporting
titignan
talagang
mo yun.
isa-isa ko lahat, pati pahit. Baka sa advertisement, baka biglang mayroong RTM man lang.
Baka hindi siya, kasi ang dami-daming in-interview din, hindi, bababayan ng gano'n eh, bababayan. Kung ano yung,
Sir, if I may, sir,
ganun talaga yung ano.
Sir, I understand your concern. Pero sir, also, something about the Zoom process. Hindi po lahat ng, sa isang rally, hindi lahat ng nagsalita ay nililinis.
Sasama sa storya.
For example, the best example, sir, pag nag-protest ang kaliwa, for example, kahit tatlong oras nagsasalita yun,
Hindi namin yun mailalabas
hindi
niya.
binabanggit ang pangalan. It happens, sir. In the end, the
Happens a lot, actually.
reporter will decide for you.
Yung rally namin, 4 lang kaming nagsalita. Yung 3, these are members of the hierarchy, na-mention ang pangalan.
So parang sinasabi niyo po na left out kayo.
Ako ang nagsalita ng pinakamahaba na 1 hour and I provided the context. Kasi ako lang ang pwedeng magsalita na hindi sila. Ako lang. Ma'am, kahit na ba isang sentence lang?
Doesn't necessarily mean that they did not see you or mind you. It's just that perhaps, I can't speak for the reporters because I was not there. But it's also possible that the reporters in the end thought na ito yung kailangan ko
Oh my
i-advise.
God. Ang lalaki ng billboard na yan, and this rally reverberated in the entire country because there were 13 other areas. The first is in Luneta. There are other 12 areas in Mindanao. Andun ako lahat. Tapos hindi man lang ako na... Why would you not mention me, madam? Hindi, yun ang inaano ko. Kaya nga sinasabi ko, kasi maganda yung tanong ni Ma'am Cheryl. Hindi ka ba... Kasi... So how can you tell this? How do you describe what's happening in this country?
So you don't believe in the survey.
Not anymore.
You think po ay naaapektuhan yung pulso ng masa sa mga lumalabas na survey? Nakaka-apekto po yun sa
Yun ang aking ikinalulungkot at ikinatatakot. It could be a mind-setting strategy. Kasi, pero pag nag-ano kayo ng online ngayon, Tingnan niyo yung mga ng online na bakit ako'y palaging number one sa online naman. I'm not saying na totoo rin yun, but tingnan naman ninyo. Wala ako doon.
Pero pasok kayo sa online.
Pagkatapos sa online, number one. Ba't naman ganun?
Congressman
We understand your concern.
Marcoleta.
I just have to take note of this particular point kasi we cannot just say na palibasa hindi mo lumabas yung pangalan niyo doon sa dyaryo. Hindi ibig sabihin po na kayo'y single out.
What does that mean?
Hindi po, that does not mean that we're single out.
Hindi po kami nagsisingle out na kahit sino.
I think that's also unfair
Yes.
to talk to reporters and editors that way po. I'm sorry, but
I am talking about 8 reporters. Nag-isa yung isip nila na hindi nila ako nakita. I spoke for at least an hour. Escudero was not there. At nag-send lang siya ng text message. He earned 8 pages of that report. Well, I guess baka siya yung mga...
Hindi po kami nagsisingle out. I promise you, hindi nagsisingle out ang Philippine
How would you
Star.
describe that?
Kasi kapag ganyan, napakarami pong detalye ang pumapasok sa isang story and we have limited space. Pipiliin po yan. Ang mga reporter, usually kung 8 reporter yan, nagpadala yan ng 8 report on one rally. Apart from the 8 reporters on the rally, meron po kami mga reporter na magre-react sa siguro reaction ng 12 senador. Isang katerbang mga colleagues niya sa House, magre-react po lahat yan. Dahil,
Lahat nga sila nabanggit, mami. Lahat ng reaction nila nabanggit.
pero pinapangako ko po sa inyo na hindi kami nagsingle out.
Pero Congressman,
How do you characterize what happened to me? That if you do not describe that as singling out, what is that?
Nasa process po yun ng editing eh.
ganun din po ba sa television? Are you just referring to the 2 broadsheets po?
Ang tanong ako, wala nga eh. It's a total blackout.
So sa lahat,
Total blackout. Siguro sa mga broadsheets, hindi ko naman kaya. Pero kasi itong dalawang ito, siyempre sila yung malaki. Ito yung referensya ko.
Kasi kung yung sinabi po nyo, nasabi na sa ibang report, palagay ko hindi na No, hindi. Kasi sasabihin namin kung bakit nag-rally. Alam naman namin kung para saan yung rally. Alam namin na it is supporting the position of President Marcos not to impeach the Vice President. Alam namin yun ang dahilan ng rally. Kung yun po ang sinabi nyo,
And I
hindi po
provided
yun
the context
mauulit.
why the church took that message. Kasi ako lang ang pwedeng magsabi nun.
Pero kung inulit nyo lang po yun, siguro yung mga
Hindi ko inulit
reporter,
ba? I was the one. I
Ano
was
po
the
yung
only
context na
one
yun?
who provided the context. Kasi sinasabi natin, it's a panawagan ng kapayapaan at pagkakaisa. Because yung rule of law hindi nasunod. Hindi nila pwedeng i-describe paano hindi nasunod ang rule of law, kung bakit nawalan ng due process. Ako lang ang nagkwento isa-isa kung bakit ang due process ay nasakripisyo at yung rule of law ay halos nawala. Dinescribe ko pa isa-isa. Isa-isa. And that even did not merit attention to 8 of your reporters and 3 from your 11 of them.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. I understand your concern.
Because it is connected.
Yes, sir. I understand for your concern. However, also my concern is we cannot also at the same time have our sources tell us that I should come out and I should be quoted just like that.
Who would say that I should not come out and I should not?
No, that's what you're implying. Being singled out.
hindi, dito rin po po yun eh.
Ako na lang ang nawala eh, di ba?
Yes, sir. But in the end, I mean, our sources
Kasi
tell
alam
us.
mo, halimbawa, janitor lang ako nagtitinda doon. I would rather assume that. I was the only one who spoke and provided the context of that rally. Sir, let's not change the narrative.
No, I'm not. I'm not trying to do
Talagang ganun ang nangyari.
Sir, I'm also talking about how a newsroom works and what our job is versus what our job
Very
is.
unusual. Say hi, I would say very highly unusual. Because akala kong isa lang.
Ano pa bang point yung hindi lumabas? Anong point yung hindi lumabas sa rally? Kasi nilabas namin is for peace and unity.
Yung hindi ako minention, ma'am, it is as if I was never part of
Wala naman
it.
pangalan niya.
Wala.
Pero yung point ng rally nandun. Nandun po yung dahilan ng rally. Alam na
The rally is
namin.
about INC because that is the banner, that is the headline.
Sir,
It's INC and millions of
So that was deliberate.
No, that was the
Wala akong
story.
isama doon, even if I was the one.
Hindi po deliberate yung pinapangako ko sa inyo, it's not deliberate.
Ngayon po sa huling tanong namin, bakit kayo nararapat na iboto ng taong bayan, Congressman Marcoleta?
Kasi ako na lang ang nagsasabi na ganito ang dapat natin gawin. For example, bakit po ako ayaw nating gawin yung tama katulad ng sinasabi ng mga batas na ginawa natin? Example number 1, EPIRA. Ito yung Republican 9136, Ma'am Sir. What is the underlying objective of the law? Yung kauna-una, to ensure the delivery of quality, reliable, secure, and affordable rates of electric. Do we have affordable electric power? No, sir. We're the highest in Asia. Meaning to say, after 24 years, because the law was enacted in 2001, we're being continuously violating this law. Hanggat hindi natin naiba. Sa businessmen, which is connected also with that, ano yung kasunod na objective? Ensure a transparent and reasonable rates of electricity in a regime of fair competition in full public accountability to achieve greater operational and marketing strategy to hasten the validity and competitiveness of Philippine products in the world market. Kasi kailangan mababa talaga. Do we have reliable? Do we have transparent? Do we have competitive price of electricity? There's not even competition of electricity in this country.
Sorry, I don't want to do this, but sir, we have to, kasi we're way past 15 minutes. Could you,
Again.
yeah, very quickly.
There are so many laws. In agriculture, sabi, meron dapat guaranteed price ng palay. Wala yun. Ang sabi, we can produce the crop in abundant quantity, let's not import it. Hindi nangyari. Let's manufacture our farm equipment and blah, blah, blah. Locally, hindi nangyari. 25% of the total loanable funds of private banks or public banks, pautang mo sa farmer. Checkin mo eh. It's not 25%. It's only 4%. And then there is a dedicated area. Magtanim tayo, huwag saan ang gagalawin. Nakalagay sa batas. Ano eh? Conversion dito, reclassification doon. You will probably wake up one morning, baka wala na tayong pagtanong. Walang nagbabantay. The monitoring, yung oversight na sinasabi yung Ma'am Sir. Magaganda yung batas, parang nagbili tayo ng damit na magaganda. Sasabihin ko lang sa kami. What is the oversight function of Congress? Isa lamang yun. What about corruption in this country? Walang nagaya. Because, puro lang namin sinasabi, yun natin ang corruption. Pero 30% of public funds now go to corruption. What is our national budget, ma'am? 6.325 trillion today. Remove the 30%, that should have been 4.5 trillion lang. What is our national revenue? Projection nila is 4.8 trillion. Kaya meron kang deficit na 1.5 trillion. Pero alisin mo yung 30% sa revenue, that should be 5.5. Meaning to say, baligtarin mo. 5.5 revenue, 4.5 national spending, you have a surplus of 1 trillion in the deficit of 1.5 trillion. How much is that? 125 billion pesos per month, 4.2 billion per day, 174 million per hour.
Sir, I'm afraid, we're running out of time.
Pero,
Sir,
Papasaba ko, I'm an applicant. I have to ask the three of you.
we will come to you after po the May elections, kung pumasa kayo sa taong bayan. Hindi naman po kaming tatlo sa panel, pero kami po ay representative
But
sa
you can help
bayan.
me because you can talk to the people.
Ayan nga po, representa nga po yung mga size nyo.
Thank you, ma'am.
Tinuturing ko pa rin na isang aplikante ako. Hindi naman bagong bagay para sa akin. Tinatanggap ko na ito isang legitimate exercise na kailangan malaman nila ito bang aplikante ito ay karapat-dapat. Siya ba ay nagtataglid ng mga katangian para siya tanggapin sa posisyon na kanyang hinahanap? Kapag importante yung posisyon na yun, kailangan makilatis ka at tama-tama yung pamamaraan na ginagawa ng programa.